Hello, this is Billy Core from the Nostalgia Mall, and what we are looking at today is one of the most famous pieces of hardware in the gaming community, the vintage computer gaming community, that is. This is the original 3DFX Voodoo 1 card from 1997. Now, this was donated to me by a good friend of mine on YouTube. Sadly, I forget his username, and I don't want to use his real name online. But he sent this he sent this to me this week. He was the same guy that sent me the Voodoo 3 that we installed about a month ago. So yeah, this is the king of the Voodoo, apparently, supplying me with all the Voodoo I need. Now, this is actually the third Voodoo 1 card I've owned. The first one I had years ago, back in like 2010, 2011. I don't remember where I got it from, but a capacitor broke off of it and I was too afraid to use it, so I had to throw it away. Second one I got at the Goodwill Computer Works section in Winston-Salem a couple of years ago, but there was something wrong with it. Whenever I would open up the display properties in Windows, it would the screen would go blank, and a lot of times, actually all the times, I would open up a game, the whole computer would just completely lock up. So I thought I was doing something wrong with it, so I sent it to my good friend the Flying Scotsman in the care package I sent him this past fall, but he had the exact same problems I had with it, so it must have been a faulty card. So hopefully this one will give us more luck. One thing I got with this that I never had with the other two cards is the official pass-through cable to go from this to the 2D video card built into the system. Before, I'd been using like a 6-foot VGA extension cable, which was way overkill. The computer we're going to be installing this card in is going to be the corner Packard Bell. I figure that's probably the most appropriate era system for that. It's got a 48 megs of RAM and a 166 megahertz Pentium in it. No MMX, unfortunately, but hopefully this will still be a viable upgrade. So let me go unhook the corner Packard Bell and bring it over to the workbench. Okay, I think I can fit it in here somehow. I think I'll have to move some cards down. I've got my network card here, the Packard Bell sound card, and you can't really see it down here, but there's the CF card adapter. So I think everything needs to be moved down one. This computer's got 2 PCI slots, but I think we can populate that second one with no problem if we just do a little bit of card rearranging. And I dropped the screw in the computer. There we go. Got it. Alright, fresh blanking plate. Alright, we need to move the CF adapter down first. This has an 8 gigabyte card in it, by the way. Occasionally I swap it out for a 2 gig card that has Windows 3.1 on it. Alright, you can go down here. Just hold it in place there. There we go. Now for the sound modem card. This is going to use up all of our available slots, by the way. I can just, okay, there we go. Alright, I'd say so far so good, but that would just jinx myself. So, now time to add the Voodoo. Last remaining slot. Alright, clicked into place. Oh, that's lovely. Always dropping screws into these computers. Okay, got it. Hopefully we won't have to do that again. There we go. Let's go look at the back there. So let's go ahead and install our patch cable. The onboard video that's on here is a Cirrus Logic card. Originally had only 1 meg of video RAM, but whoever originally owned this Packard Bell upgraded it to 2 megs of RAM. This was a very possible upgrade to have done to these Packard Bell systems back in the day, but it was not done very often, so this is a rare beast indeed. So we need to take our patch cable here, take the male end and connect it to the onboard video connector. Go ahead and screw it in. And we'll take the other end here and plug it into the Voodoo card. This is so much nicer than using a 6-foot extension cable. And of course our actual monitor will plug into the Voodoo card right here. So, let me go ahead and put this back together off camera and set it back up on the desk, and we'll fire it up. Okay, everything's hooked back up, so there's nothing left to do now except turn it on and see what blows up. Right, monitor signal. It's posting. Takes a little while to get through this CF card here, so that'll take a minute. And he sent me a CD with the drivers and software we need. What's nice about this is that it supposedly has the right software, which I probably wasn't using before, which may have caused a lot of my problems. Of course, that last Voodoo 1 card I had, I think, was just broken anyway. So hopefully we'll have better luck. He's also supposed to send me a bunch of games to use with this card. I'm not sure if I really have anything appropriate to play with it yet. Might be able to try Monster Truck Madness on here though. I don't think it uses glide, but it will give it a good performance boost. I was booting into Windows, that's always a good sign. Alright, it's found the card, it looks like. I doubt it's going to be on here. But we can just use the CD. And why isn't there sound? Alright, simple reason the sound wasn't working, the power cord wasn't plugged in. Has a lot to do with it, so let's go ahead and put the CD in. There's a text file on here of a letter to me, which I'll probably read off camera in case it's personal or something. Alright. Okay, use the older Voodoo 1 driver if you enjoy the older 3D effects splash screen on entering a game. It's neat. I like it better than the latest 3D effects driver from 1999 as they change their logo. Okay, we'll do what he says. We'll, install the, older one. Okay. Okay, I think I know what it wants me to do. Didn't mean to do that, by the way. It's a finicky mouse. Okay. Go to Windows/temp. Voodoo Graphics 3D Accelerator. Well, that's a good sign. Leave it to Windows 95 to forget where the files are immediately. Alright, we'll keep that and hope it doesn't blow things up. Alright, we'll restart. Alright, finished rebooting. So far so good. Oh no, I shouldn't have said that. We're doomed now. Alright, head into our device manager and see if we... Yep, Voodoo Graphics 3D Accelerator. Drivers from 1998. There's our Cirrus Logic card there, running our 2D goodness. Okay, good, good. This is a good sign. On my old card and the other software I was using, if I had opened this window, the monitor would go into standby mode and I wouldn't be able to get out of it unless I'd hard reset the computer. So yeah, not a good thing. So yeah, I think we are good to go here. Guess we'll install whatever this mini port thing is. Okay, apparently this will patch some games that I already have on here. That is, if they support this card or not for OpenGL. None were found. I didn't think there would be. So, again, well, first of all, the good news is everything seems to have installed just fine. Bad news is I really don't have anything at the moment to play. Like I said, we can try Monster Truck Madness and see if we can put it in 3D mode. Ooh, psychedelic. Okay, I need to... There we go. I had to adjust the audio buffer size there. Use hardware acceleration. I don't believe that was there before. Alright. Always got to be the Carolina Crusher. That's how it's always been for me since 1996. Just do a quick 2-lap race. Let's see if we get 6-foot flames shooting out of this monitor.
Get ready! Go!
Hey, that looks pretty good. Except for the fact that I forgot to configure my joystick. Always something. Alright, it's all calibrated, ready to go. And let's try this again. Let's just take it down to 1 lap this time. Well, I knew it had to go wrong eventually. I'm sure. Oh, there we go. I just need to learn to have patience. And this joystick likes to do this at times in this game. The point of view control likes to go nuts. But normally, graphics quality on a system like this would not be nearly this good. By the way, the video memory on the Voodoo card is 4 megabytes.
Carolina Crusher is doing it in the air!
That stupid point of view had, I think eventually it'll sort itself out. But so far, this has been a very successful experience. I just need to get some more Voodoo-friendly games for this computer. The only real thing holding this computer back is the processor. It's a 166 megahertz Pentium with no MMX, and it might be possible to put an MMX in this motherboard, but from what I heard, it's highly unlikely. So we're probably stuck with a non-MMX processor, which may hold us back a little bit. So yeah, this is definitely a nice little performance boost, and I'm glad everything went A-okay.
Carolina Crusher has won the race!
Alright. To the person who sent me this card along with the Voodoo 3 last month, thank you very, very much. As far as the Voodoo 1, I'm glad to finally have one that actually works. And I'm glad nothing really went wrong in this video for once. It is always a good thing. So until next time, this is Billy Core reminding you you can support me on Patreon now. A link to that will be in the description. Also, I post videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays and sometimes in between if there's a special event. And also, I'm starting a new series called Let's Play Sunday, where I do a Let's Play video every Sunday. Right now we're working on playing The Secret of Monkey Island, so I hope you join me for that. So, till next time, this is Billy Core, signing off.